Hi guys, hope you're doing well. If I'm out of breath, I'm sorry. I'll explain why in a minute. Um, Thank you for the comments on my last video, and a lot of you, big rodders actually, big rodders. Big rodders said about me fitting these puppy grips that I've received that go over the handlebars or the grips on the handlebars, and he said, "What you need, Willie, is a compressor." Big rodders, don't you know me? I've got a spanner, two screwdrivers, and that's my toolkit. I wouldn't even know what a compressor looks like. It blows out air, doesn't it? I think that's the idea behind it. I don't have one of them. So the way that I put these on, well, I've put these on about 5 or 6 different motorbikes in the past, and they really are good because they're really comfortable. When I say it's my other half that's done it because she's really good at doing it. She compares it to putting a condom on a very large todger. And let's face it, she'll know. But she's refused. She's refused to do it this time, and because I wanted to film her doing it, but she said I'm just sexualizing putting in a handlebar grip on a bike. She knows me so well, so I've had to do it. And do you know what? The first problem, it's not as easy. You'd think this was easy, but it's not. And I've managed. I got it halfway up, and it just wouldn't budge any further. And so I thought, right, I need to take it off. The only way I could take it off was to roll it off. And now this one is inside out. This one's all right, but I'm going to have to turn this one back in the other way. I'm going to have to wait until my other half will do this for me because I know it's such a simple job, but it's really tricky. I've been using fairy liquid and water, just like having all the other ones, and it just won't budge. I'll spin the camera around and show you why I think the problem might be, or what the problem might be, because I don't think in this occasion it's necessarily me. Actually, it probably is, but I will show you what the problem I've got. Actually, before I do, I don't know why I've got this in my head, but when I was attempting this, it reminded me of a program that I watched or a film or something. Hopefully someone will be able to tell me what I was watching. It might have been a sex educational film. And anyway, it was a bunch of, I don't think they were kids. I think they were the sort of teenagers, 17, 18-year-olds, and they were practicing putting a condom on a banana. Does anyone know? Maybe I imagine that. Anyway, I had to cut in with that because it's on my mind, and this is what it reminds me of. It feels a bit wrong, but anyway, let me spin the camera around. So I've moved the bikes around strategically so that I can get to the handlebars or to the grips, and there's my bowl of fairy liquid. Have I said about the fairy liquid? Fairy liquid is washing up liquid. In case people outside the UK wondering what on earth fairy liquid is, it could be anything, couldn't it? So this is the problem I have. At the end of the handlebar grips, it's quite girthy, if that's a word, and I can't take these off. I mean, ordinarily I'll take these off and then put it on and then put the thing back on the end. But as I mentioned yesterday, can't get those off. They are screwed in proper with Loctite, and 3 of us have tried, and we started to round off the end of the bolt, so I don't want to do that. But let me grab the right way around one. I mean, I wonder if they come in different sizes, like condoms, because that is, I mean, I'm going to try again. I probably got it up to about there, but it wouldn't budge. And maybe some of you guys can give me a hand, not literally come around and give me a hand, but suggest maybe the best way to do it, because obviously I know it sounds like a simple job, and I maybe shouldn't put this video out at all because it makes me look stupid. But I think I'm way past that. So, right, let me spin the camera around and chat. Yeah, so the whole reason for this video is to show you how easy it was to apply these, because I've done it so well. I say I've done it so many times. I've watched my other half do it so many times before, and what I'll need to do, I think, is either get some tips from you or just get my other half to do it and not film her or secretly film her. But yeah, guys, it's not It's really not as easy as it seems. But any ideas on how I can fit that? Oh, the other thing is, honestly, I've also had a cider. That doesn't help. So if feel like I sound like I'm slurring my words and I'm a little bit stuttery, it's because I've had 2 ciders. The reason I've had 2 ciders is because we're celebrating, and what we're celebrating is me putting these hand grips on the bike. So we were premature in that. No, what we're celebrating is the fact that I was diagnosed with diabetes 3.5 months ago, and I went for my 3-month checkup and blood test recently, and my levels when I was diagnosed, for those of you diabetic, is it the IDBA1C level? I think that's in the wrong order, but you know what I mean if you're diabetic. It was 87, which is high. And I've been really, really good over the last 3 months. I haven't had any sugar. I've not eaten any biscuits, chocolates, cakes. I've been exercising. I've been having brown pasta. I've been doing everything that I should be, because I just was so fed up that I was diagnosed with diabetes 2 days after I'd retired. It was just... Anyway, I went back to see the nurse for the results, and she was over the moon. She said, it's very rare that someone's level drops so quickly in the first 3 months. And mine has gone down to 51. And I think she said anything over 47 is considered diabetic, but anything under, or 47 and under, then you're not. So I'm very close to being non-diabetic again. Although she did say something to me which is a bit weird. She said that you will always be diabetic, which I thought you could kind of reverse it and then that's it, but maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm very proud of myself because I'm now very nearly at that level. And obviously it's not just me, it's the medication that I've been on, which has been really tough. If you've just been diagnosed with diabetes, just prepare yourself for metformin, which is, yeah, that can be quite brutal on your stomach. But I persevered with it, and yeah, I've got down to almost a level where I'm classed as non-diabetic. So I'm over the moon. So I thought I'd ruin it all by having a couple a couple of ciders. When I go for my next test, I'm going to be back up again, I think. Anyway, guys, if you've got any tips about this, first of all, how do I turn it inside out again? I can do that, but is there an easier way? And big rodders, please don't mention the compressor again. I haven't got one, and the only compressor I can think of is if you go to a garage, a petrol station, and you know, you can get air to fill up your tyres. I can't ride the bike there and then fiddle about. Yeah. Anyway, any thoughts? The other thought I was thinking was maybe... Oh, I can't even tell you. It just sounds ridiculous. Guys, thank you so much. I'm sorry this is a bit disjointed. Tomorrow is very exciting. I'm going to do part 2 of last video, and I'm going to find this cottage that my friend is really interested in buying. It's I think it's a 3-bedroom cottage. I think it's 300 years old. I think so. And I know the road it is now, and it is a lovely, lovely little, very rural part of where we live. It's only 5 minutes around the corner from me. So I'm going to go and do a video about it tomorrow. Not about it, I'm going to walk past it is what I'm going to do, and I'll show it to you. I think my other half's coming with me. She's going to film. So guys, yeah, any hints? And please, this is just a bit of fun as well. I do open myself up to ridicule. I understand that, but I can take it. But just be kind. Just one more point. The Wiltshire Man Sandy, one of my favourite channels. Great guy, great channel. And he put a video out the other day saying that he'd been having some, I think not abusive, but unkind comments on his videos about chopping wood. And I don't get it. I don't get how people think it's okay to be like that. I mean, no one would speak to him like that in the real world. And I know YouTube, you have to put up with it and you have to be thick-skinned. I know all of that. But it's such a shame. Such a shame. Such a nice guy that he has to endure that sort of shit. It just really, yeah, it pisses me off. Anyway, guys, you lot are brilliant. And if you can help me sort this out, I'll be very grateful. Right, guys, I'm going to go and lie down. Have a great day and ride safe.